Hello everyone, and welcome to the Brick Formula review of LEGO Set 8484 Ultimate Build Lightning McQueen. It has 242 pieces for ages 7 to 12, which is about right, I think. It's from the upcoming movie Cars 2, brought to you by Disney and Pixar, and this set retails for $29.99. Here on the front cover we see a picture of the World Grand Prix version of Lightning McQueen, and it comes with his little buddy Guido, who is my favorite character in the movie. And I just want you to pay special attention to the details here. Okay, only the eyes, the mouth, and the details on Guido are the only marked pieces in the set. That means everything else you see here is a sticker, okay, which is pretty cool. That means a lot of parts are reusable if you're buying this for parts only, so you can build your sports cars, Ferraris. Pretty nice. On the side here, since there are no minifigures, we see the measurements instead. They only have the length here, which is 8.3 inches, but the width is 3.75 inches and the height is 2.75 inches. Okay. On the back here we see more angles of McQueen. In total there are 23 stickers, which I think is a lot, but it's okay. It's still a pretty cool set, so let's check it out. Okay, first we're going to take a look at Guido, because you get to build him first, and plus he's really cool. Here's what he looks like up front, and he's a forklift. Okay, these are his arms and they can move up like that, and you can high-five him. How cool is that? On the side here you get the sticker number 95 to put on here. Alright, but you don't get one to put on the back, so if that bothers you, it's too bad, you don't get another one. Here's what he looks like on the side. There's the top, there's the back, and there's the bottom. Alright, what bothered me about him was that I thought they would make him in the same scale as McQueen. Alright, so this way you can change the tires in 4 seconds, but they didn't, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but I just wanted to point that out. What I do like about him though is that they have this new minty green color on him. Okay, let me just show you what that looks like. There we go. Looks like candy, doesn't it? It's a nice minty green, but it doesn't freshen your breath, so don't eat them, okay? And if you do, you get one extra, but after that, no more. Alright, so let's move on to McQueen. Alright, we now have our main attraction, which is the World Grand Prix Lightning McQueen. As you may have noticed, I didn't put the stickers on there, so this way you can see what it looks like without them. Alright, and it looks pretty good. It's almost like a regular car. Now, I like marked pieces, but they didn't do a very good job with mine. Like the mouth over here. But it's okay, I can live with that. Here's what it looks like on the side. There's the top. And there's the bottom. It's pretty hollow in there. Okay, and there's the back. And you're probably wondering what playability features do we have on this model. And besides the obvious moving backwards and forwards, it doesn't turn. But I did play around with it a little further, especially with the eyes. Let me show you what I mean. Now I know that probably wasn't the intention with the eyes, but I figured since they're in perfect squares, you might as well have some fun with it. You can take some funny pictures of McQueen looking a little weird. Okay, and the way you can do that is that if you see this part, it moves like that. Probably not intended to either. And then you just rip it off. Okay, and then you just move the eyes any way you like. You can switch them around. When you're done, you just reattach it to this piece, and the black pieces go on the side here, and just mount it back. Like so. And there we go. Okay, it's pretty cool. Now, as I mentioned before, the parts are pretty good if you want to make your own sports car or convertible, Ferrari, what have you. These parts over here are pretty nice. I like these. You get 2 of these. Well, technically you get 4, but the other 2 have the smile on there. So, but still, it's better than nothing. And if you want, this part here, where the hood is, that can detach by pulling these 2 pieces out. Okay, and you can probably work with this. Now it's pretty hollow. You can modify it, build your own convertible. So there's a lot to do with this set. Okay, it just requires a little bit of imagination. Alright, so it's a really nice set. Alright, I think it's pretty interesting. And that sums up my review. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching.